Okay, so here we have my new to me 97 Metro. Let's see if I can show you guys the inside here. It's a 5-speed manual, manual everything. I think this is the base model, but it does have AC in it. I haven't tested it out, but the lady said that it needs a little bit of work. Has almost 170,000 miles. Fuel gauge, fluid, your coolant temperature gauge. It also has this dial over here on the side. You know, it's pretty typical of every car. So you can adjust the brightness on everything. High beams, again, you know the deal with that. It's got 2-speed windshield wipers. It does have a back seat in it, of course. Very small as I drop my keys. For the most part, the car is in pretty decent shape. If I had to give it an out of 10, I'd probably give it about a 7. So I'll show you guys around a little bit of the other places here. Here's the glove box. It's pretty small, but it's pretty normal sized. It has dual airbags, change holder right there, 1 power out port. This car does need a little bit of work. It's currently, right now, it's spitting out a check engine code, and it's P0400, which is the exhaust gas recirculation. There's some problem with the EGR valve, or one of the components within the system. I'll drive it around the block here in a minute, but e-brake right here, another little change compartment or whatever you want to call it. Got your side map holders here, your 2-door speakers up here, and your back speakers here in the back. There's really not really all that much to show about it. I'll show you guys underneath the hood. I'll also show you guys the hatch. Let me open it up here. You can't open it from the inside. There's no latch underneath it. You have to use the key to unlock it. So here we go. You can fold the seats down, obviously. It does have a spare tire underneath here. I just vacuumed it out today, but it's still a little bit dirty. It also came with a set of chains, which I'm never going to use. Small jack, window visor, everything along with that. But this is how far the seat folds down. I'm actually probably going to remove this back seat. I don't really want anyone driving around in the back with me, just because of safety reasons if I was to get in an accident. So the hydraulics and the hatch work great. This thing's only a 97, so everything on it should work fine. Geo Metro. It's got its fair share of dents and dings. Up here, the hood is kind of dented. But I'll show you the engine compartment. I just did an oil change on it just not too long ago. But it's a very small engine. Very small. It is throttle body or tune port injection. I need to work on the EGR back here. That's what the forums are saying is the issue with these, is the EGR kind of gets all messed up and everything. So I'm gonna have to dig into that and troubleshoot it. I bought some carb cleaner to clean it out and everything, so we'll get to that as we get to it. Also, I bought a whole tune-up deal for it. New rotor cap, wires, everything. You'll see that in another video when I actually do it. But I actually spent about $100 and tune-up parts and everything for it. The oil dipstick back here. The air filter is actually in pretty good shape. There was about 2 or 3 different hornet nests in this thing, so I had to take care of those really quickly. It does need new motor mounts, which honestly that's not that big of a deal. I don't know which ones it needs, but I think I'm just going to replace all of them. Alternators back here, AC compressor right here. I'm actually really surprised that this thing even has AC. A very small transmission. I could pretty much lift that thing out by hand, and that's what the forums have been saying too. Evap canister. This is a master cylinder, very small battery, fuse boxes. Look how small the radiator is. I'm going to go ahead and close the hood right now. Hopefully I don't drop the camera. So we'll go ahead and start it up. She only had one key for it. And for the most part, it seems to run pretty good. It'll run a lot better. It's running a little rough because of the EGR issue and just because it needs an overall tune-up. Though the spark plugs do look new, I would do the tune-up right now. It's just most of my tools are at work, so I have like nothing to work with here. I might go over to my dad's in a little bit actually, because he's got a ton of tools. So yeah, I'm gonna drive it around the block here, set the camera down, put my seatbelt on. It does seem to grind a little bit, and I do mean a very little bit, going into reverse. And it has the typical reverse gear whine. So let's see if I can do this. No power steering either. Which, for something this small, it's basically a go-kart with a windshield and a manual transmission. And for you guys with the shifting fetish, and I'll do a 0 to 60 in it once I get it all tuned up and everything. That will happen. Fourth gear at 30 miles an hour. When I was driving it back, it was in a nearby town called Exeter. It's about an hour away from me. So it was just about a 60 mile trip. But I think it was well worth it. It's not really the fact that I thought this was just an outlandish great deal, because there's other Geos on Craigslist right now that are going for a little over twice as much as this one did, and the ones that are actually in worse shape are around the same price or even lower. So for some reason in California, at least in Fresno, these things have fairly high value to them, and there's me starting it in second. And oh yeah, it was on E in Exeter, and I put 4 gallons in it, and it oh, and did you see that little shift light too? I put 4 gallons in it, and it put in 3/4 of a tank. So this thing has a very, very small tank on it, which is gonna be great once I get it fixed up, because I'll be driving it pretty much every day to work. But let's see if I can get that light to turn on again. And there she is. So I'm gonna put the camera back here, drive it around once more. And I think that'll be it, almost it to the video. I'll drive back to my house really quick, and then and that'll be it. So this is just a quick overview video. Obviously, as time passes on, I'm going to do more updates. I'm definitely going to update you guys on the fuel mileage once I do start driving it. I'll post videos of me driving it to Lemoore. And that's the main plans as far as I know right now. I might go to pick and pull tomorrow or Monday. I'm most likely going to get this thing registered in my name Monday, and then I'm going to have to get it smogged as well. So I'm going to have to really get my ass in gear and start fixing this thing. and get it ready to get smogged. And then California will be happy. So let's park it back in the drive. And this thing takes up no driveway space, by the way. And that's good enough for government work. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. So peace out.